Da-da-da-da. Did it. Did it.
Uh,
Da-da-da-da-da. Did it. Did it. Did it. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da. It's just Krendor going bat, bat. Welcome, everybody, to a quick snap here. Monday Night Football. The game just wrapped up. The Lions end up beating the Ravens 38-30, which the game was. I mean, most of that scoreboard is just garbage time.
Yep.
The Ravens looked overrated, as they always do, and as much as Apollo likes to say that the Ravens dumpster the Lions every single time, no matter how good they are, the Lions still won, and Krendor got his 1v4.
Yeah, I don't know why nobody else picked the Lions. Like, the Ravens' defense is actually pretty bad.
I didn't think that they were going to be that bad.
Yeah, no, they're pretty bad. I knew they were that bad because I had the Ravens defense in fantasy, and then I was like, wow, this defense sucks. And then I stopped starting them.
Yeah, they have absolutely no way to they have no way to stop the run. I mean, they allowed, well, first off, Lamar Jackson got sacked 7 times. You just can't have that happen in one game.
That's pretty bad.
David Montgomery finished with 151 and 2 tutties. Jared Goff 202 and a touchdown. It's pretty much standard for him. No turnovers. While meanwhile on the Ravens side, our boy Derrick Henry owners, how you feeling? Feeling good? Yeah. Who's a Derrick Henry owner in fantasy? Me, this guy right here. Really happy with the last 2 weeks of performance from our boy, and capped off by just a picturesque fumble. That was a peanut punch by Aiden Hutchinson on Derrick Henry in a pretty pivotal down. So that pretty much sealed the game. But week 3 is in the bag, Coach.
Hold on. Fun fact. All
right, fun fact.
Prior to this game even being played, the Ravens had the worst passing defense in the NFL and middle of the pack run defense. I imagine after this game, they will be one of the top 3 worst defenses in football, which is pretty crazy for the Ravens.
Yeah, and that defense it's so far removed from what we used to think the classic Ravens defense, just unstoppable, total package, stops the run, stops the pass, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, blah blah blah. I mean, it's not they've been consistently overrated on defense for I think the last couple of seasons, and tonight when they go up against a team that finally recognizes, hey, they can't stop the run, I guess we better just keep running it. This is the outcome here.
Yeah, it's I mean, they're still going to be a playoff team because their offense is good enough, and I imagine Derrick Henry will stop fumbling as much. But
you'd think that
until then,
you really would think that. But at the same time, this is the first time I've ever owned Derrick Henry on fantasy, and knowing my luck, he probably will just fumble all the way around. It's not looking good. So the Ravens fall 1-2. They're now 3rd in the AFC North behind the Steelers, who are a surprising 2-1, and the Bengals, who are still 2-1, although I have a feeling that's going to change really quickly after this week. Meanwhile, you've got the Lions in your division, Coach, in the NFC North, now 2-1 and tie. That turns out the NFC North is going to be competitive, even with the Bears absolutely shellacking the Cowboys. That might be the most competitive division in the NFL right now.
It's I mean, Carson Wentz can actually play football better than what's his name, the other Viking quarterback that's ass, JJ McCarthy, that one.
Yeah.
So that's I mean, they were playing the shitty Bengals, so we'll see how they do once they play like another real opponent. But I mean, the Vikings are still a decent team. The Bears beat the Cowboys, which they didn't even have CeeDee Lamb, and they don't have a defense, so I'm not that impressed. But they're still not a bad team. I think the Bears can still beat a lot of teams, and then the Packers. Yep.
The Packers. I don't know what it is with them playing bad teams, but they should not have lost that game. It was hilarious how they did, but we'll save that for the main pod. I don't know what we were.
They beat themselves for the most part. They had like 15 penalties. They had blocked field goals. They had terrible offensive line play. They turned the ball over, and then even with all that, they still like had the game there at the end, and then couldn't put it away. So that was just a Packer classic. You need at least a couple of those a year. You're not watching Packer football.
Packer football. Say quick hello to everybody in the live chat. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. Hippo Nora. Hostage Clam, Obby Man, 001, Danny, Greg Turtle, Gabe, JM007, a couple of people, Broski Bakes, hello, Disturbed One. Good to see everyone. Thank you for coming out to the return of the Quick Snap. If you enjoy these type of on the fly podcasts and Quick Snaps, make sure you click the like button, everybody. Leave a comment, of course. It's the best way to grow the channel and get us back in that in the sweet goodness of the algorithm here on YouTube. And moving on to that really quickly, I don't know what we were expecting with the Bengals and Vikings picks. That was just I don't know where we ended up doing that.
That was something. I thought the Bengals would put up points.
Well, Browning looked good.
They'd give up 40.
Jake Browning, I thought, did pretty good last week with him coming in for Joe Burrow, but turns out he is not good at all.
Yeah, I mean, the Vikings defense can be confusing. They have a pretty decent defense, but I didn't think it was going to be that bad. That was terrible.
It's pretty bad. Lamar Jackson ended with 77.8 completion percentage, 3 TDs and 7 sacks. He still had a pretty much perfect QB rating of 148.1. Derrick Henry got the one long touchdown and figured, oh man, here we go, finally. I might be able to come back against Tim in the money league, but nope, did not happen there.
Also,
what happened?
Carson Wentz had a 173 2 touchdown. He's probably going to be the new Sam Darnold for the Vikings this year.
Yep,
so that'll be fun.
Yep, he'll be on the 1 year Cinderella contract and then get traded to like the Bengals or something. I really needed DeAndre Hopkins to do something. He was targeted twice. It's almost as if Lamar just has too many targets, and he checks down, and the line is so bad for the Ravens that he doesn't have the time that he thinks he does, and then it's almost like he gets caught by surprise. Most of those sacks, it's like he's overestimating the amount of time he has in the pocket by about a second or two. So
yeah.
I'm not surprised that he got sacked. I am surprised he got sacked as often because the D line of Detroit has always been pretty good ever since Hutchinson came back, and the Ravens, man, I don't know.
I think Lamar thinks he can escape pretty much anything, and then it turns out he can't, and then he gets sacked, and then it's like, well, you got to get rid of the ball.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is I feel like he overestimates how good his legs can get him out of bad situations, and he also overestimates the effectiveness of his O-line. And it's like he thinks he has about a half second to a second more than he actually does. And the Lions were playing great man coverage for most of those plays, especially on the second half, and they just locked him down. So it's what I've said about Lamar Jackson, it's what I said about Patrick Mahomes. If you start forcing them to get out of their comfort zone, they get flustered real easy, and then this is the result. So, it's just the Ravens just doing Ravens ball again. They think that they're the top dogs going into almost every matchup. Everyone says, "Oh man, they're going to dumpster this and that, and they're going to be unstoppable." And then look at what happens. It happens almost even when I wasn't doing the show. It's still all pundits and everyone seems to think that the Ravens are always better than they actually are at the start of the field. Now, I'm not, or start of the season. I don't think that the Ravens are a bad team. Obviously, this upcoming matchup against Kansas City in KC for Sunday is going to be, I think, the test to see if they can bounce back against the Chiefs, who
you should beat the Chiefs. You should beat the current Chiefs team,
the current Chiefs in their state. I don't know what the Ravens injury situation is. I don't believe they have any major injuries that I can remember.
I don't. There's like a couple, but nothing I don't think major.
And then, of course, you also have the Lions now, who are going up against the Browns, hosting them in Detroit on Sunday. That should just be
Now,
a no-brainer.
As somebody who watched the Browns are actually, I would say, a top 5 defense in the NFL. The problem is their offense is probably bottom 3. Like it is, the defense is like the defensive front. They get pressure with 4. Like they stop the run. Like last week, they held Derrick Henry to like 23 yards. Lamar couldn't run. But then Joe Flacco comes out and just like, I don't know how he's still playing football. Like he just misses throws. He check downs, he dinks and dunks, and they don't do anything. Like it was just the Packers win that game if they just don't turn the ball over or get the field goal block. It was just like the most inopportune of things happen and all the penalties they had. And then we just let the Browns' shitty offense get like a couple yards to get into field goal range. It was just, again, the Browns, like if they had an actual offense, they would be a playoff team, but they don't because for some reason, they're like, what if we have 10 quarterbacks? And then we play 45-year-old Joe Flacco and see how that goes. And it's like, wow, this is terrible. Why don't we try like the guys you drafted? And they're like, no.
Yeah, who knew that getting old would affect your physical ability to play football? And I think that they think that they can recapture the magic from last season where Flacco, or whatever season it was, that Flacco came back and really jump-started the Browns towards the postseason, which that wasn't great. Like I wanted to root for him because Joe Flacco was tearing it up. But I don't think that the Browns have a chance against the Lions. But you never know. I mean, in the NFL, you think a team's going to do just absolutely destroy another team that's pretty bad on paper, and then next thing you know, they're blocking field goals and winning the game against the Packers.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. Here's a guy
who can't block and not a leverage penalty was called on anyone. Poor Broncos.
Nor a false start on any of the tush pushes.
They straight up, I tweeted about this, they straight up do not call false start anymore. It doesn't exist. Especially for the Chiefs. That one Chiefs player just jumps almost every single play, and he just gets the easy block, and but that's the Chiefs for you. So
they call it on the bad teams still, just not the okay team. They don't call it on the good teams or the favorite teams.
Yeah, and I think that this week it was a wild and crazy week, especially on special teams. Lots of blowouts, a couple close games, obviously, a couple walk-off field goals, but we'll cover all that on tomorrow's podcast, which should go out, I think, on Wednesday. If it
goes out Wednesday, it goes out tomorrow night for the Patreon big members, and then Wednesday for the regulars, for all the free people.
Yeah. So thank you to all our patrons, and thank you everyone for everyone who tuned in here on the Quick Snap. And we're going to start doing these at least once a week. I'm planning on doing at least a wrap up after Monday Night Football. I may do one for Thursday nights, and Sunday night I think we'll just wait, and unless something crazy happens. So these would be kind of on the fly. So make sure you're subscribed here on the channel. Make sure you have notifications turned on and the bell is rung. That way you know exactly when we go live. And thank you to Coach Crendor for joining me here in the booth. Thank you to our live audience.
And, if you look up to the sky at the moon, you can still see Russell Wilson's pass sailing through the sky.
Yep, when he only needed 4 yards. That is the danger, Russ Wilson. Who knew the danger was actually the football coming down somewhere random in the on the planet. You never know where his pass is going to soar to.
Yep, it'll soon be intercepted.
Yeah, soon be intercepted.
What a day.
Thank you, Coach Crendor. Thank you, live audience, and we will see you on the next Quick Snap here on Three Guys and a Bear Talk About Football podcast. Dun-dun-dun.